Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Valerie, and this is the Hargett Life. Today I have 3 easy sheet pan dinner recipes to share. And this video is also extra special because it's a collab with my friend Sara over at Sara's Table. She has some of the best What's for Dinner videos. I'll have her channel as well as her video linked in my description box below. So as soon as you get done watching this one, be sure to go check her out. I know you're gonna love her. And if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button. You won't be disappointed. And if you're coming over from Sara's channel, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for watching. I do recipe videos, What's for Dinner videos, grocery hauls, and more. So if any of that sounds like something you're interested in, I will love it if you would stick around, hit that subscribe button, and become part of my YouTube family. This first recipe is called Chicken, Bacon, and Ranch Sheet Pan Dinner. Now let's get started. For this recipe, you'll need cheddar cheese, bacon, boneless skinless chicken, frozen broccoli florets, ranch seasoning mix, olive oil, and some russet potatoes. First, I cut up 4 russet potatoes into small bite-sized pieces, added them to a large bowl, along with half a tablespoon of oil. Now I'm adding just 1/3 of the packet of ranch seasoning mix. Give that a good stir. Now transfer those to a sheet pan lined with a silicone liner, parchment paper, or sprayed with nonstick spray. Spread them out evenly. Now I'm going to bake these in a preheated 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes while I mix up the rest. To that same bowl, I'm adding 1.5 pounds of boneless skinless chicken breast cut into bite-sized pieces, a 10-ounce bag of frozen broccoli florets, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and the rest of that ranch seasoning mix. Stir that up really well and make sure everything's coated with that seasoning. I'm going to set this to the side for just a minute. The potatoes have been in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm going to get those out and give them a good toss. I'm going to push them all to one side of the sheet pan to make room for the rest. I'm adding that chicken and broccoli mixture. Spread it out evenly. I have 4 strips of raw bacon that I've cut into tiny pieces with my kitchen shears. And I'm just evenly placing these on top of everything. That bacon does like to stick together, so just make sure you spread them out good. That way you get a piece of bacon in every bite. I put this back in the oven for about 25 more minutes. When that's done, take it out of the oven and stir everything around. I skipped that step. Now top it with 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And this goes back in the oven for the last time for 5 to 10 minutes, just until that cheese melts. This is so easy to make and it's delicious. The bacon is not optional for this recipe. I really hope you give it a try. My family loves this one. This next one is called Sheet Pan Jambalaya. To get started, you'll need some boneless skinless chicken, some sausage or kielbasa, shrimp, bell peppers and onions, olive oil, riced cauliflower, seasonings, diced tomatoes, and minced garlic. I'm using a 13-ounce package of turkey kielbasa I got at Aldi. I sliced it up into small pieces and added it onto my sheet pan. Don't pay no attention to the shrimp here. Now I'm adding 4 ounces of boneless skinless chicken that I've cut into bite-sized pieces, a diced yellow, orange, and green bell pepper, 1 diced onion, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. I just used my hands and mixed everything up. Then I realized I added the shrimp before I was supposed to, so now I'm picking all the shrimp out. This was the first time I made this recipe, and I should have looked over the directions a little better. Shrimp don't take long to cook, so that's why they weren't supposed to be added in yet. Okay, I think I finally got them all out. Now this bakes at 425 for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, remove it from the oven. I steamed a 10-ounce package of riced cauliflower. I'm going to add that. Half a pound of peeled and deveined shrimp. 1 can of drained, fire-roasted diced tomatoes. And some Chicka-Licka-Bam-Bam or Cajun seasoning. Mix this all together. And this goes back in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes. Here it is out of the oven. I loved how this turned out. And even though this was healthy and low carb, it was very flavorful and so good. I tried to keep this healthy, so I topped it with some plain Greek yogurt and salsa. And this last one is a sheet pan quesadilla. I've seen several different people make this, and you can really make it your own and add what you want. I'm using cheddar and Colby Jack cheese, flour tortillas, ground beef, an onion, pinto beans, diced tomatoes with green chilies, corn, and taco seasoning. In a large pan, I'm browning 1.5 pounds of ground beef. I'm just breaking it up a little, and then I'm going to add in 1 diced onion. I'm going to cook this until that hamburger meat is cooked through. Now I'm adding in 1 packet of taco seasoning. I completely forgot to drain the grease, so before I stir in that seasoning, I'm going to push all of it to the side and use some paper towels to soak up some of that grease. Now I'm adding in 1/3 cup of water and give everything a good stir. Now I'm adding in 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, and I did drain this. Stir that together and let it simmer for a few minutes until it thickens up a little bit. Now over to the counter. On a sheet pan lined with a silicone liner, I'm going to place down 7 large flour tortillas. I'm starting with the cheese first. I'm going to add 1.5 cups to 2 cups of shredded cheddar and Colby Jack cheese. Now I'm going to grab that meat mixture and add that on evenly. I'm adding 1 can of corn, drained. 1 can of pinto beans. I did try to rinse these and drain them a little. Now I'm topping all that with another 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. Now we're going to start wrapping this quesadilla up. Fold all those sides inward. We're just trying to cover up that meat mixture. I'm adding the last tortilla to the center here, and that'll make everything completely covered now. Press that down a little so it stays. I have a couple tablespoons of melted butter. I'm going to brush it over the top. I'm placing another sheet pan on top of that. That just helps to make sure the quesadilla doesn't come open while it's in the oven. And this goes into the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. I'm taking it out of the oven and I'm removing that top sheet pan. Now it's going back into the oven to bake for about 15 more minutes until that top gets nice and crispy. I love this idea. It's so much easier to make one big quesadilla rather than try to make 8 regular size ones. Cut them up into rectangles, and we like to top these with some sour cream and taco sauce. Or you could even pick them up and eat them with your hands. Well y'all, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And be sure to check out Sarah's channel and her What's for Dinner video linked below. And one last thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.